Hello everyone, I am Xerix Lord Sentinel, and welcome back to Century of Economy 2026. When we left off, the English had purchased the first submarines of the game, and the Americans were beginning to take off. Now, on to the action. El Dorado loads a town and trading port upgrade from the Spanish home island and prepares to set sail. The pirates continue to explore the islands around Voyanui. The Destiny's Bounty loads gold from a gold island, while the Fancy finds and loads food. A wider shot of pirate waters. Their home island is secluded in the northeastern seas. Their main concern is the hostile terrain. Several storms and icebergs have threatened their ships. In the upper left, the recently launched Bonnie Liz has made land at Sharktooth. The Carolina and the Rattlesnake make land at Oak Island, with necessary gold and crew to begin constructing a colony. In the Twin Island, the Columbia makes land and upgrades the Lumber Island with a town. The town is also built on Tutorial Island, near the American home island. With extra actions, the Carolina and Rattlesnake make a level 1 colony on Oak Island. Returning from the lagoon, the Frontier gives the sunken treasure to the Hornet, then proceeds to unload her cargo at the home island. This triggers both smuggled goods and the Even Star, doubling and then tripling the value of the lowest value coin on the ship, which happened to be a 100 value coin, netting the Americans 600 gold. The Columbia uses her ability to move S after she unloads, and comes into contact with a castle in the shallow sea. At the end of their turn, the Americans launch, spending a good chunk of their newfound wealth to put several ships under the water at their home island. Dragonfire, with Captain Benjamin Lee, helmsman, firepot specialist, shipwright, marine, disc launcher, and oarsman. Enterprise, with Anthony Sark, helmsman, cannoneer, shipwright, disc launcher, and oarsman. Excelsior, with Jonathan Harridan, helmsman, cannoneer, firepot specialist, shipwright, disc launcher, oarsman. Vengeance, with Pierce Hollow, Captain Tyler Robinson, quartermaster Dalton Hawthorne, Rattlesnake Jake Ryder, helmsman, cannoneer, shipwright, oarsman. The Seawind, with helmsman and oarsman. Mercury, with helmsman and oarsman. Nene Nui, with helmsman and oarsman. Mongrel, with helmsman and oarsman. Silver Dollar, with helmsman and oarsman. And the Sea Strider, with helmsman and oarsman. The Americans also purchased multiple town and trading port upgrades. The French keep their fleet small, exploring their islands for hidden cargo crates, and taking the occasional risky trip to their home island. The presence of the storms has greatly held them back. In the far eastern sea, the Celestin explores the portal. She finds rum, plunder, native lore, and the Mask of Creation. Kalos watches as the Cursed place a town upgrade on their Lumber Island. At the end of their turn, the Cursed launch 2 ships. Nightmare, Special Edition, with Captain, Helmsman, Cannoneer, Disc Launcher, the Hag of Tortuga from Rise of the Fiends, and an oarsman. And Kalim, with Disc Launcher, Triple Gun, and Exploding Shot. HMS Antelope reaches the southern shore of Poseidon's Eye. They are once again puzzled that this island is already explored. With her incredible speed, the Hermes Sandal zips around the Twin Island and comes face to face with the Americans. The Sandals takes careful note as the crews eye one another from across the water. At the end of their turn, the English launch, purchasing 2 town upgrades and a level 1 and 2 military port, as well as 2 ships. HMS Half Moon, with helmsman, and HMS Bath, with helmsman. El Dorado sails out, heading for Pride Rock. The rest of the Spanish fleet is slowly bringing in lumber from across Spanish waters. Pooling what gold they have, the Spanish launch 2 ships. La Ebro from Mysterious Islands, with Sebastian Salazar. La Santa Isabel, with a helmsman and cargo master. The Raven is the first pirate ship to enter Voyanui Bay proper, eyeing the stacks of coins on the massive island. Destiny's Bounty and Fancy begin their trip home, while other eager pirates make sail with empty cargo holds, their eyes set on Voyanui. La Louise and the Knife's Edge join the Raven, but keep themselves spread out. At the end of their turn, the pirates launch! The Khan II with helmsman, Charles with helmsman, Black Pearl with Griffin, gunner, Captain Chevelle, and oarsman, Cassandra from Golden Seas with helmsman. They also construct Smuggler's Fort on a gold island near Voyanui. The Columbia unloads her infantry to the castle, giving control of the structure to the Americans, and giving them a commanding position in the shallow sea. After unloading, the Columbia moves S and redocks at the lumber island, finding a crate of lumber. The Frontier uses her hoist arm to explore Tutorial Island, upgrading it with a level 1 supply port and finding a barrel of oil. The new gold fleet gets underway, making full sail to the shallow sea in Twin Island. At the end of their turn, the Americans launch one ship at their home island, the Fantasia with oarsmen. Egads! Disaster strikes for the Americans as a storm moves over their newly built town, destroying it. This resets the island unexplored, greatly frustrating the Americans who needed lumber. The Guashan upgrades the cursed lumber island with a trading port, and established food and metals as tradable resources at the port. Several cursed runners make it to their home island, depositing lumber and medicine, giving the cursed a hefty sum to work with. At the end of their turn, the cursed launch a single ship at their home island, the Black Coral with helmsman and oarsmen. An overhead shot of English waters. In the upper left, cargo ships dock at the Minerals Island. To the bottom right, the submarine squad moves out, but slowly, fighting the current. At their home island itself, the Bath and Half Moon load their island upgrades. Silver runners have returned, netting the English over 100 gold, as denoted by the greyback coin on their home island. Using her hoist arm, El Dorado upgrades Pride Rock with a town. La Santa Isabel and the canoes make for the lumber island, eagerly trying to bring back as much of the resources possible. To the west, La Menzahara docks at Split Island, also loading lumber, while the canoes brave a reef and head for the Food Island. In the upper left, the bow of the Cheyenne is visible, along with another American ship. The Colector is just short of the lumber island. At the end of their turn, the Spanish launch two ships, Angel Dorado and El Leon with captain, helmsman, and double shot. The Raven docks at Voyanui, exploring it. She explores Stack 1, finding more dew. Utilizing her captain, the Raven fires twice, killing the beast and allowing the ship to continue exploring. She finds message in a bottle, the ring, and doldrums, an overall unfortunate mix. However, the pirates are excited, as the Raven also found not one, not two, but 3 solid gold 100 value coins. Message in a bottle flings the Raven to the gold island in the bay, ending her turn before she could load any further coins. The Knife's Edge turns sharply to port and makes for the beach. With her speed, the Knife's Edge makes it to land, but isn't able to explore the same stack of coins. Instead, she explores a different one, finding 2 power cannons, lowest protection, and jail, sending her crew back to the pirate home island. A wider shot of the Eastern Ocean, the pirates are making sail to Voyanui and are likely to encounter the Cursed soon. The Broken Oath sails against the current along the far eastern side of Voyanui, attempting to see if it's possible to sail around the island in this way, and what might be on the other side. The Cheyenne clears an iceberg from the northern portal, freeing up space to dock there. The Vengeance sails around her, spotting Split Island and the Menzahara. In the shallow sea, the Americans explore the Twin Island again, and again find lumber. This pleases them greatly. At the home island, the Harlequin unloads a silver 6 and a silver 1, worth a total of 14 gold. American runners converge on their food island, loading massive amounts of the resource. The Frontier picked up some gold from the home island with her hoist arm, then uses it and the Rattlesnake to build the colony to level 2. Enterprise and Excelsior patrol the waters near the lagoon. Elsewhere at the lagoon, the Dragonfire finds food. Excelsior comes into dock next to the Enterprise, and both ships load what food they can. The Frontier and Rattlesnake are each given extra actions to upgrade the colony again, going from level 2 to level 3. The Storm is still a concern for the Americans, but they bring the bulk of their gold fleet in to dock at the Lumber Island in the shallow sea. At the end of their turn, the Americans launch, putting 3 ships into the water at Tutorial and 1 at their home island. Freedom with Helmsman and Oarsman. Freedom's Banner with Helmsman, Oarsman. Colonial Trader, and Swift Victory with Jack Percival, Helmsman, and Oarsman. They also build the Diamond Temple on the lagoon. The Storm has moved off of their home island for now, and the French take full advantage, bringing most of their ships in to unload their cargoes and inadvertently acquire a little bit of every resource in the game. Returning for stored lumber, the Peak and Lion both find buried treasure chests. Kaleem and the Nightmare join the Spilled Salt and Calypsos on the border of Cursed Waters. La Monarca explores an island, finding 2 sparkling silver 4s, the Pirate Globe, Amanda Dalgard's Scimitar, and metals. The Cursed find a couple crates on their trading port. Ships crowd around Kanohi Island to load medicine. The Cursed are intending to send some of these ships to the Spanish to trade with them. At the end of their turn, the Cursed launch, putting ships into the water at their home island and trading port. Ghoul with Helmsman and Oarsman. Slipknot with Helmsman, Oarsman. Leech with Helmsman, Oarsman. Gnat with Helmsman, Oarsman. And Freyan with Maxis Penumbra and Oarsman. HMS Half Moon upgrades the Pathway Island with a town. 6 ships dock to load minerals from the Mineral Island. At the end of their turn, the English launch. Maui's Fishhook with Helmsman and Oarsman. HMS Goodfellow with Helmsman. And Hono Iki with Helmsman. And that wraps up this report. The Americans are far and away the early frontrunners, but will they be able to hold on to their lead? The English, Cursed, and Spanish all seem to be right behind them. If you want to see what happens next, make sure you're subscribed. If you like what you saw, hit that like button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.